que siempre no podcast. Bienvenidos, muy bienvenidos. Mi nombre es Erasmo Sanchez, also known as Mo, and welcome to my new podcast. Now, this is my first time doing this. This is my first time expressing myself via podcast, and everything's new to me. So I just want to thank you so much por accepting the invite, aceptando la invitación, donde todos son bienvenidos, todos tienen sus historias, tienen sus conversaciones, sus momentos de felicidad, sus momentos de tristeza. And what I wanted to do is create this space where everybody can just talk, everybody can express themselves, anybody can just basically just have inspiring stories. Again, this is a very bilingual Spanglish where we can connect weekly. I'll be trying to upload every week a video. Sometimes it will be live, sometimes it will be just um, recording, pre-recorded, like this one has been pre-recorded. And it's just inspiring stories, giving advice to people, um, surprises, opening to the community, very open, very diverse. And I just want to make it just very different. I'm not here, or we're not here to judge. We're not here to pinpoint. We're not here to echarle la culpa a uno, o tú estás bien o tú estás mal. Es un modo de expresión. Y es lo que yo he querido crear. And it's just for the whole community. There will be a bilingual episode. Some of are going to be English, some of will be Spanish, Spanglish. Again, live events. We're going to be doing cool surprises, things like that. I have so many ideas for this actual channel. And I want to thank so much everybody. I think we have close to 80 followers on Facebook, and hopefully we're going to grow the YouTube page. Again, just for putting ourselves out there, helping the community. So come in for the lab, stay for the heart, y pues aquí todos caben. If you have any stories, any inspiring stories, anything that you want to talk about, please email me. I will put the email once the video is over or once the podcast is over. I'll put it at the end. I'll put it on the YouTube channel as well as several sponsors and several people that have helped me when it comes to this podcast. Again, it's a very open, very diverse. Le quiero agradecer a mucha gente. Primeramente que nada, le quiero agradecer a dos amigas. Sus nombres son Cece Gonzalez y Michelle Gomez. And they are from, and I have my notes down here, from A&E Medical Supply LLC. And they're from Edinburgh. And I want to thank them so much for inspiring me. Now, a lot of people had inspired me as well. Don't get me wrong, but they gave me that extra push. They gave me that extra de que tú sí puedes. Y me dieron inspiración de que ya hazlo, mo, ya de una vez, no lo platiques, ya hazlo. Y de un día para otro pusimos el nombre, me pusieron el nombre, me pusieron esto. And every day pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. And that's very inspiring for them to do that. And again, they're from A&E Medical Supplies LLC. And congratulations to them for the customer satisfaction from Edinburgh for the Texas, their Best of Texas of 2025. Again, congratulations to them. I will be also putting the link to their actual business, and hopefully we can get them to the actual podcast and they can join as a special guest and not only talk about business but also talk about their situations, personal lives, advices, consejos, regaños, porque sí también regañan. Los amiguitos, como me regañan por todo. Y no nomás ellas, todas me regañan. I also want to give a quick shout out as well before we continue with the podcast to Sparkles Dessert. Sparkles Dessert by Chris. Si tienes un evento de una piñata, baby shower, despedida, de lo que sea, funeral, hit her up. She has wonderful cakes, wonderful pastas. Les recomiendo el sandwichón, les recomiendo la sopa de pollitos. She has the best stuff. And none other than less, also, I want to thank Miss Kyra Oasis Karr. She has been an awesome friend, awesome supporter. I am supporting her as well as she's supporting me as well. Great friendship. And she's on her way to Miss Gay Texas at large. Again, this is a very open community, a very open podcast. We can just promote and talk and help each other out. Again, Miss Kyra Oasis Karr, best of luck when it comes to Miss Texas. At large, bring us the crown. We need it in the van. We need another winner. We need a car. Other than that, this is an introduction of the actual podcast, and I hope it's turning out good. Um, I'm not here to bore you people. I'm not here to bore you all. But one person, and this is just already just moving aside from the actual introduction, but it's a conversation that I had with someone not so long ago. And that person was, or that person and myself had this conversation where we were having some issues, both personal and business. And what happened is that person was going through a situation, breakup, relationship, stuff like, and I was going through something similar. And then I had that moment or that aha moment where I said, when is it enough? How much, how much can we tolerate? ¿Cuánto puedes aguantar para poder seguir adelante y sobrepasar y sobresalir todo lo que estás pasando? Mucha gente no comprende porque dice la gente, ¿cuándo voy a soportar? ¿Hasta cuándo voy a aguantar? Y eso es cierto, es muy, muy cierto. ¿Por qué? Porque te la pasas pensando, ok, vamos a hablar, por ejemplo, el rompimiento. Cuando tú estás hablando con una pareja y se están constantemente peleando, they're always fighting, están con el chongo, tú, por tu culpa, and it's all your fault, and it's your situation, it's because of you, because of you, because of you. Okay, there's always one person that will always apologize. Someone will bend the hand, or como se le dice, twist their arm, and not necessarily give up, but for the peace of mind, se va a dar por vencido, ya no quiere alegar, ya no quiere estar alegando con la persona. They want closure already. But what happens? La otra persona no se olvida, te echa en cara, como que guarda todo eso, lo guarda. Y lo digo en general, porque yo también soy igual. Yo también soy bien rencoroso y todo lo pongo al lado y voy anotando. Se va guardando en mi iCloud acá arriba. Pum, 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 pum. Your iCloud is full. Forget about this. Pum, se va. Pero luego sigue pasando lo mismo y lo mismo y lo mismo. Y dices tú, bueno, ¿estoy enamorado o es una rutina que ya estamos creando los? The routine that is happening over and over and over again. Sometimes we get used to that. And why do we get used to that? A couple of things that I've noticed from me personally and from friends and family members that I've seen is that we don't want to start over. Nos decimos, quiero empezar para empezar a conocer otra familia, para platicar y conocer qué le gusta, qué no le gusta, para acostumbrarme a los pedos que se echan. And sometimes we give up y aguantas con la persona con la que estás. Y también es por el trabajo. El trabajo también es lo mismo. Pero si hablamos de las relaciones, when is it enough? When do we decide to say, hey, hasta aquí? Ya llegué hasta aquí. Cuando hay golpes, porque eso es lo que no queremos. No queremos llegar a los golpes porque ahí ya hay problemas. That's a problem when you already get to that situation. That's when you already need help. And we don't want to get to that level. And you, or hopefully nobody gets to that level. Fortunately, it's beyond our control when that happens, but it is sad to get to that level. Why can't we just comprehend and never get to the level of when is it enough? ¿Cuándo te das cuenta tú de que ya no hay solución? ¿O cuándo te das cuenta tú de que ya no hay más? Sigues tratando de prender la mecha o el fuego con el mismo cerillo que ya no tiene con qué prender. When is it enough for you to say, you know what, I am done? Now, what has happened sometimes also for those people that go through separations or leave the companies or just finally, finally, let's just put it this way. Sorry. Finally, um, finally, it lets it go. they let it go. Supuestamente dicen ellos que they let it go. No creo. Because guess what happens sometimes? And I've noticed some of you all, when I talk to you, friends, families, es de que, oh, I'm already over it. Yo ya me cansé. Y ya me esto, ya nos dejamos, ya no nos hablamos, pero siguen ahí mandándose mensajes. ¿Y qué crees? Sigue la misma fregadera, lo mismo. Y esa excusa que mucha gente dice, a lot of people make excuses because, oh, because we have children together. Okay. Oh, es el papá y la figura del papá y la figura del mamá. Obviamente yo nunca voy a entender porque yo no tengo hijos, no quiero hijos, no quisiera tener hijos. Ahora en un futuro, maybe I'll have a son or a wife or whatever. And a son, no. Why did I say wife? Chingo. No, no. Si me llego a casar y todo eso. Pero ponte a pensar, por tus hijos, no, tus hijos son tus hijos, ellos van a tener su propia vida. They're going to have their own life. What is it for you? When is it enough for you? The children are going to grow. Nunca sabes, a lo mejor escogen al papá o escogen a la mamá y tú ahí, tonta, tonta, por mis hijos. No, no. When is it enough? Even for your kids, when is it enough for you to deal with their situation? I understand a mother figure. I understand a father figure. Understand. I don't comprehend because I don't really, I'm not a father or a mother or whatever, but yo sé que la madre y el padre siempre van a ser más porque lo entiendo. Pero cuando llegas hasta aquí, por ejemplo, mi mamá, todos conocen a mi mamá, es mi mamá que siempre no, todos la conocen, tiene un carácter muy fuerte, pero ella desde un principio ya pone límite a todos sus hijos. Así soy, así voy a ser, si quieren bien y si no, ahí está la puerta. ¿Y qué crees? Nosotros que decidimos que ahí está la puerta, ahí literalmente está la puerta. Mucha gente que no anda con fregaderas, mucha gente lo dice como dicen en México, how they say it, al chile. That's what it is. So when is it again? When is it that you've had enough already where you're like, when is it enough? For example, me, I just have to worry about, you know what? Me doing this podcast, I had my enough moment already to push myself to this. Hang out with the right people, talk to the right people. I assumed and I thought that other people were going to stay in my life because they were good to me at the moment. But now what happens? They tend to move away. And then new people come in. People assume that those people are not good because they just come into your life, but they come into your life for a purpose. Because guess what? They help me with that moment that when is it enough? Mo, enough of procrastinating. Enough of talking about the podcast. I've been talking about this podcast that I wanted to do it for close to, yeah, you can say almost a year until I got the little spotlight. I bought myself a laptop. I got the microphones, and they've been there for a while. Están guardados. And I would always pass by them. Yes, ahí están. Ahí están. How the fuck do you maneuver this? Sorry for the word. I'll bleep it right now. But how do you move this and how do you do this and other voice changes and the editing and all that stuff? And let me type my notes and all this. It's a lot. But you know what? I came out of the that moment where I had to my enough moment. I got this. Set your boundaries. Ya llegué hasta aquí. Ahora sigues tú con tu relación. Entonces tú ¿sabes qué? Ya tengo hasta aquí. Hasta aquí. Platicas las cosas. You talk about it. You speak about it. Be upfront about it. And then what happens? That's when the community. That's where you identify Is that other person, that other business, that other peer, that son or daughter, whatever it is, or whoever it is, will understand. Now, if they don't understand, then there's your answer for moving on. Pero ¿sabes qué pasa? Es que la gente es, ¿cómo se puede decir? Es la gente al chile. Vamos a hablar aquí en el podcast. Como mi mamá. Eres tonto porque te quieres. Estás tonto porque la aguantas. Entonces tenemos que identificar. We have to find ourselves first because we have to love ourselves first. Ahí está la RuPaul. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Then love yourself. Mucha gente dice que no, pues es que I do love myself. I care about myself. No, you care about the moment of how you feel at that moment. Pasan 2, 3, 4 días and guess what happens? Yeah, ya estoy bien, ya estamos bien. We're gonna go to the movies together. We're holding hands. He or she or them or he or it, whatever they are, bought me some flowers. We're okay now. You want to be okay now? Or you want to be good in the long run? They look like someone that is right now. Anyways, um, yeah, that's what it is. And I ask you all, have you thought about that moment when is it enough? When is it enough to deal with the situation? When is it enough to get that stop or stop? Literally stop and wonder. Ask yourself questions. Is it worth it? What's the outcome of it? What am I getting out of it? What is it for me? Is it helping me? Think about it. Really, really think about it. And it can be any situation. This doesn't have to be relationship wise, it doesn't have to be anything. When is it enough? Even for what? Have you spoken up? If you want changes with both relationship, business, friendship, yeah, bring the situation to the place. Bring the situation, but also come with the solution. If you come with the solution, that makes you the strongest person in whatever the situation is going on. Porque si llegas tú con el problema, if you come with the problem, then guess what the other people are going to think? Oh, here he comes. He's complaining already. Otra vez. Ahí viene este chillón. Do you really want people to think like that about you? I don't think so. So always, the advice I give you now, I'm not a psychologist. I don't have certifications for none of it. This is just coming from my heart, me advising, and if you want to take it, not if you don't want to take it, that's perfectly fine. But think about it. Do I really want, you know what? Here's the situation, Pepito Juanito. Este es el problema. Eres muy celoso. Ah, ¿a poco sí, vieja? ¿A poco sí? Sí, sí, eres muy celoso. Ya nomás porque me pongo una falda y unos tacones y el bustier y todo eso, ya me estás criticando, güey, ¿no? ¿Qué solución tienes? O no te vistes así, o qué solución le das al viejo o a tu marido. Mira, para que no te sientas así, voy a seguir vistiéndome así, pero ¿sabes qué? Voy a hacer un cambio poquito. Pero tú también cambias tu aspecto. Ah, sí, sí, vieja, sí, vamos a cambiar, ya les voy a dejar. Ahí hay comunicación. Pero si una persona hace todo por la persona, pues ahí hay un pedo. This is relationship. Now, work life, I'm going to bring up something to your supervisor, then go ahead and talk to your supervisor, talk to them about it, but bring a solution to it. Don't be the problem, bring a solution. Do your research before you speak. Let's not point fingers at nobody. That's in general. That's in general in the whole world. When it comes to business, even a business, oh, that business is making more money. I wonder what they're doing. No, you know what they're doing. You know what you're doing. So when is it enough? When is it enough for you to think and actually take a step back? We want to take a step back, and not only one step back. You want to take a couple of step back to see the bigger picture. Es ver todo. Mucha gente cuando dicen, oh, let's look at the bigger picture. For example, let's just look at the one in the back. I don't even know why my mom put that there. But dije a mi mamá que la quitara, pero me dijo que siempre no. Este, they say focus on the bigger picture. Okay, what people tend to do is people, when they focus on the bigger picture, they tend to stop at a certain section and just focus on that section, not focusing on another thing, not focusing on whatever's happening under the photo or the picture, but just focus on that specific way for a reason. It catches your attention. Why? When they say focus on the bigger picture, take a couple of steps back. Wonder what's going on in the picture. Not only what the picture's all about, but be curious. Hey, wonder what type of colors they use. I wonder who did it. What type of frame is it? What type of color is it? Or what type of, is it a, what is it called? Is it oil painting? Is it the little dot painting? What does it mean? Why is that tree different than this one? Be curious. Curious. Sorry, el accent me está como que tirando. Por eso hablo español, inglés, español, inglés, español, inglés. Pero, have that curiosity. Desde, ¿no? Ok, Mo, como yo me senté, Mo, aguantas tanto en todo el aspecto, aguantas tanto. ¿Cuándo es lo suficiente? When is it enough? You know what? Okay. Pues Erasmo, ¿qué quieres hacer? Hacemos, ¿qué quieres hacer? Pues no sé, pues tú dime. Es que no sé, estoy perdido. Pues aquí estoy contigo. That's the conversations I have. Mira, me dirán que estoy loco, pero pues así, that's how I function. That's how I function. So you have to sometimes talk to yourself and be like, you know what? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué está pasando? Am I content where I'm at? Manda todo, ya sabes dónde. Mándalo. Y si tienes que volver a empezar, vuelves a empezar. It is okay. It is okay to start all over again. With someone, with something, a business, an idea, pero ya, deténganse y pónganse a pensar, is it worth it? How much have I taken into this crap that I'm dealing with, or situation that I'm dealing with, or financial burden that I'm dealing with, or this payment that I'm dealing with, or school that I'm going to? When is it enough? When you have enough and you have had enough, that's when changes need to be done. Trust me, I've been there. I was so deep in a hole, so deep in a hole, thinking because I'm friendly with everyone. I talk to everyone. For those that have gone out with me, I tend to speak to everyone, make fun of stuff, always make people laugh when we're hanging out. And guess what happens? Ay, vamos, hombre, que es mi amigo, que es esto. No, that's what I learned that, you know what, not everybody's a friend. Acquaintances, eres conocido, pero amigos, con el tiempo, mira, se van alejando. Y solitos te dejan de hablar. I've had enough of it. That's why, gracias a Dios, gracias al universo, estoy donde estoy. Por las amistades que tengo ahí. Pero una cosa sí que es lo que tengo yo, es el apoyo I have my parents' support, my family support, where I can come up with an idea, and they would always say, "Go for it, dale gas. Funcione o no funcione, dale gas." I had my moment when I was sitting down outside by myself, and those who know me, I sit out by myself, listening to music, outside talking, expressing myself, having my moment by myself. And some of y'all know that I'm always by myself outside unless I invite you guys or my girl. And that's my moment of me just thinking, analyzing family, work, business, ideas for the podcast. This is just my first time. This is my first time doing this, and you know what? I'm liking it because in a way, people will listen to me, and another way, it's a form of expression for me. Me estoy expresando, un desahogo, estoy bien padre. No me gustaría a mí estar aquí entrando y regañando a la gente. I don't want to get after people because people are going through the same crap I'm going through. I'm not an expert on this, but I had my enough moment where I'm like, sat down and said, Erasmo, no, tanto, tanto, tanto pip, tanto que estás presumiendo que quieres hacer un podcast, y nunca lo empezaste. Ya estás como los que prometen, los alcaldes. Y, ay, esto, lo que nunca empecé nada. Y lo platico, y ahí se está haciendo tierra. Esto se estaba haciendo tierra hasta que lo conecté y que que el headset y que cae, que de este sonido y que los aplausos and all that stuff. It's a lot. But I had my moment when I was realizing that, you know what? I had to get rid of all those negative people that I assumed they were my positive people and leaving my circle of trust even closer. New friendships came in. A lot of old friendships left. Relationship wise, I had to set my ground. I had to put my pata down, my, my pie down. If I want to be with someone, tengo que poner el pie en el piso. Y sabes que aquí, así soy, así va a ser las cosas. No estoy diciendo que yo mando más que tú, eso no lo estoy diciendo y no lo estoy asegurando. Es de que ya, ahí aquí llega hasta aquí, llegas hasta aquí y te cansas. Dos cosas, o compones las cosas, you fix your thing, or you leave. Yeah. And I'm not saying, I'm talking in general, en general con la persona. No estoy diciendo que esa persona decide, no. Yo mismo, Erasmo, dos cosas. ¿Te quedas o te vas? Yo lo platico a mí mismo. Entonces, ahí es donde yo aprendo. Have you had your moment already where you sat down and said, have I had enough? Did I get to that moment of, ya llegué hasta aquí? Think about it. Pónganse a pensar. Ya hablé con mi pareja, ya hablé con mi patrón. Did I talk to my husband, my wife, my significant other, whatever you're dating, whoever you're dating, whoever makes you happy? Did I talk to my boss about a situation? Or should I go just then? Or maybe I have had enough yet and I haven't reached that level. Or maybe I'm in that comfort zone. Estoy a gusto. But keep in mind that once you're in that comfort zone, it's very comfortable. Once you become very comfortable, it can be very, 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 very extremely hard to get out of that comfort zone. Very, very hard. I've been there, done that. And it's very hard. And being comfortable is not good. To a certain point. To a certain point. Y estoy contento en esa. Y pues allá ahí te quieres quedar, pues ahí te quedas. Ahí te quedas. Esa es la vida que quieres vivir, pues la vida que tú quieres vivir. Pero no vengas con tus amistades diciendo que por qué me pasa a mí, que por qué. Ahí estás porque sí. Digo yo, Ahí estás porque quieres. Nadie te está forzando a que estés ahí. Vienes con mucho que quieres consejo. You want advice from your friends, then all of a sudden, no, haz de cuenta que te entró por aquí y te salió por acá. Then why waste people? Why? ¿Qué es lo que está pasando por tu mente? Sit down, think about it. When is it enough? Did I get to that moment already? Will I get to that moment? Should I get to that moment? Or should I get to that moment at any point? Did I already pass that moment? These are questions that we need to ask ourselves in life to help each other and to help yourself get out of whatever you're doing. Whatever you're going through can be just being lonely, not doing anything. What is the cost? Think about it. When have I had enough? Am I making the right choice? I don't care if I lose that person or that business or anything like that. What is it for me? ¿Qué gano yo? No me preocupo por mis hijos están bien. My family is okay. ¿Qué gano yo? Quiero estar feliz yo. Quiero estar contento. Quiero sonreír. I want to be happy. I want to be out. Just keep this in mind that you control whatever is happening around you. Call it to the Almighty up there, put it to the universe, whoever or whatever you do. Keep in mind that you are capable of changing everything. Another world is possible. Always think like this. Another world is possible. All you got to do is self focus on yourself, keep your mentality open, make good choices. Yes, we're going to screw up. We agree. I agree. I've done it before. Pero no pasa nada. Siéntate, platícalo con ti mismo. Understand and comprehend. No estás solo. Te hace sentir solo. Pero ponte a pensar, and I'm going to leave you all with this. When is it enough? Have you had that moment already? Have you had that self conversation with yourself? Think about it. Write those questions down. Ponder how they feel. Ponder. Think about it. Think about it. It is a very interesting topic that I wanted to talk about because I had that moment. My friend had that moment, and we had a long conversation. I'll probably invite her to the actual platform, to the podcast, where she can express herself, talk about it, talk a little bit more detail about it, um, and carry on. Have those wonderful conversations. Talk, laugh, think about it. Once again, have I had enough? Pónganse así. Es lo bonito, dentro. Y no darse por dentro. Bueno, aquí espero que, dice mi mamá, que siempre no podcast. Brief introduction. I know it's not a very long podcast. My first time doing this video. Bear with me. It will get better. Trust me, it will get better. My first time doing it. Pero quiero agradecerles a todos una vez más. Agradecerle a Cece Gonzalez, Michelle Gomez, as well as Kyra Oasis, as well as Sparkle the First by Krys. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for speaking to me, helping each other out. I do appreciate it. I want to thank you so much. We're going to create this either on a weekly basis with special guests, either them being, because some people don't like to be on camera, but I'll always be on camera. and then Kita. Go ahead and email me. I will be putting my email on the actual channel as well. Let's go to the video, where you can email me topics, you can email me stories. Confidentiality is my main purpose here, so keep that in mind. I do appreciate everything you all do. Again, this is for laughs. This is for it to stay in your heart. Y aquí es un podcast donde mi mamá dice que siempre no, pero aquí todos caben. Tengan una bonita tarde, una bonita mañana. Que Dios los bendiga y pórtense bien, ¿eh? Ahí nos vemos allá afuera.